1,000-metre dash for race at number 3. Only visit to the straights on Sunday. We're up into Class 4 company here, headed by Fabulous 8 for Ricky and Joe Moreira, whose only win to date has been down the 1,000 metres, but very consistent outside of that. United We Stand third, first up behind Prince of Gems as favourites. We've got Valiant Elegance, just one start for him last year. There was money for him as well. Behind Trust Me, finished midfield. Winner's Heart and Goko, another horse with an excellent course and distance record. 4 times he's won down the straights. Regency Poet, Zach Purton trying to get down to 118, so some possible overweight there. Tinkerbell, 3-year-old filly for David Ferraris, and Shanghai Power, close to a class drop, hasn't won in 4 starts, or in his 4 starts last season. Last, in actual fact, on his last start. Now, as far as Chungfar is concerned, Fabulous 8, Brave Power, Goko and Shanghai Power, Tom, are the horses that have been on the road.
Yeah, the pace will be strong here, but it won't be super hot. I think United We Stand can claim the lead outright. There are 6 runners in this race who've had 4 runs or less, so more than half the field. On the second line, you've got Valiant Elegance, Fabulous 8, Winner's Heart, Goko towards the inside rail, and Regency Poet just behind them. Brave Power will be outpaced, I think, in the early stages, and just note that outside rail is in 6 metres this time rather than 7.
Fabulous 8 looks good here in the morning. Up at Chungfar, he spent a bit of time up there. That's him 473 in the red saddlecloth with Golden Link, and nice piece from him, and he's been coming out of some pretty strong form races last season and performed really well, so he looks forward. United We Stand now, he's already raced this season. Jerry Chow will take the mount on race day, and he's getting a feel of the horse down the back straight here. So he looks good. He's drawn ideally too, and barrier number 11 hasn't taken a backward step. And Regency Poet, Zach Purton doing the work here. He's got to get down to 118. I won't be giving him any dietary tips there, but look, he's under a good hold as he comes down, and a nice piece of work also from Regency Poet.
And we'll have a look at him trialling as well in a moment or so. Let's start off, though, with Fabulous 8. Just the 1 win to his name, but outside of that, placed on numerous occasions. We have a look at him up at Chungfar here, Tom, and looking good?
Yeah, I think he is. He has to give a weight away again to a few in this race. He's trialling alongside of Armour Star here, who goes round later on in the day, but there was nothing wrong with the trial. I thought fairly basic hit out, quiet down the back straight at Chungfar. He was beaten by a smart type last start. Prior to that, 3 runs ago, beaten behind Winning Dreamer, and he's just a model of consistency, Paul. Yeah,
exactly. Joyful Fortune, he beat him last time, looks really good, and look, he's come out of really strong races, so he's one of the major chances for me. Yeah,
10 starts, first, second or third, 7 times out of those 10. Valiant Elegance, Paul, just 1 start for him last season, back in April. Back at the trials here, what are your thoughts on him?
Now, he had throat surgery in the off-season, did Valiant Elegance for a roaring condition. Moves nicely, cross noseband will go on. He's drawn ideally in 10 and nice enough trial, so he's one definitely to keep an eye on.
He was kept up to the mark in that recent trial there, I think over sprint forward, but did it well enough, and there was certainly support for him on debut, so market has him at the moment at 7.2.
All right, this is Regency Poet, the mount of Zach Purton. His last trial back towards the end of August. Tom, what are you making of him?
Yeah, well, they have led with him in the past, and there was a run at Happy Valley last season where they handed up for the lead, and I thought he probably could have won on that occasion, but he wasn't able to. But he finished off quite nicely here in this recent trial. We didn't see this in this trial, but he got a little bit fired up early, and then he wanted to try and run off the track near the 600 metres, but he was kept up to the mark in the end by Zach Purton. So we have to be up to his best behaviour, I think.
Yeah, look, in that second at Happy Valley was there was a rain around that night as well, so he's trialled well on the all-weather. I just wonder if he's better with a little bit of sting out of the ground.
All right, well, there's plenty of rain around at the moment. United We Stand, Paul, has the benefit of a run so far. Third, as favourite, mind you, behind Prince of Gems.
Yeah, he stayed on nice enough, didn't he? He's got the ideal draw here in barrier number 11. Look, he's going to get the big claim as well, the 10-pound claim. So, again, if he runs up to this, I think he can, and isn't flat after this race. And the track work suggests that he wasn't. I think he'll run a good race.
Yeah, I felt he went off too short last time out at 3.3 in the market, and he probably peaked at the 150 on his run. But unless Regency Poet goes up to challenge him, I don't think he's going to get too much competition up front.
All right, one more horse to take a check on. That is Carry the Diamond. Let's hear from his trainer, Richard Gibson.
Richard, Carry the Diamond went off at a big price first up at the end of last season. Were you surprised with how well he went?
Well, he always trialled very well down the straight. He doesn't trial very well on the dirt, and I think that's been the case again this year. So I'm pleased with the condition of the horse. I think he's in the right race.
Did you like the way that he finished off that first up race? Is he a horse that's shown in his trials as well that he's got a good turn of foot?
Yeah, his turf work's been good and his dirt work is poor. So it was good that he confirmed on the right track.
How much has he taken from that first run?
Yeah, he's got a bit stronger in the break, and I'm really happy with his condition.
It's been a good week for your stable as well too, Richard. Nice to see Gold Chest win down the straight last week, and then your stables carried that form on to Wednesday night with All You Know.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, you always think, you don't think about the victories, you always think about the defeats, and you know, I think if it had gone a bit differently in the last on Wednesday night, we might have got there too.
All right, but All You Know won the first race there under Sha Tin, and Carry the Diamond seems to be some sort of support for him here as well, Paul. Does he make your numbers?
He does, actually. I like that run, and there was no market support for him as well. And as Richard said, he goes better on the turf, I think, than the all-weather. Well, that's been shown. So, yeah, I wanted to give him a chance. The stable's in form as well. So he's in there for fourth, behind Fabulous, 8, United We Stand, and Regency Poet. We've discussed those three. Carry the Diamond for fourth, 1, 2, 9 and 3.
Very much like Fabulous 8 in this race, even though he's got all that weight to carry here. It's not a strong race down the straight, so I think he's going to be the one to beat. Regency Poet for the Q, Zach Purton and Manfred Mann. United We Stand. Through in Winners Hard, he's trying Sha Tin for the first or the second time. He's had a trial coming into this. There was no real pressure, but he has gone out at shorter odds than what he is at the moment, 13 and 3.4, so 1926.
Yeah, he's very consistent, fantastic. I just thought United We Stand, maybe with a run under his belt, might just have the edge on him. So 1 and 2, 2 and 1. That's the cue for me in race number 3.